Hello students, welcome to Morning Law classes. This is Ratnakar sir, and in today's short class we are going to discuss about the most frequently asked questions about logical reasoning, and we will discuss about all the concepts which are going on in the market, that how to prepare for logical reasoning, especially the critical reasoning and the analytical reasoning. What is the difference and how much time we should spend, and what should be the correct preparation strategy for both the parts, for analytical reasoning part as well as the critical reasoning part. Okay, so let us start discussing it now. So before starting, I would like to say that our admissions have been started for a 1 year course or a 2 years course. Okay, you can call us on this number 9971444054, or you can just visit our website, namely www.lawentrancindia.com, and connect with us. Okay, so first question is, what are the requirements? Okay, we will talk about first what are the requirements for successfully to be good in the logical reasoning part, to score very good marks in the logical reasoning part as well as the critical reasoning and the analytical reasoning part. Okay, now see, if we list the requirements, the requirements are not so, what you can say, elaborate ones. Okay, you just have some basic knowledge. You must have some basic knowledge of calculations, What is the meaning of that? The meaning is some sort of calculations like percentage techniques, like some type of multiplication techniques that you can talk about, some sort of, what you can say, tricks and techniques which can reduce your calculation a lot. Okay, and second, you must have a hunch for reading. Okay, you must enjoy reading. Okay, now that is a very far-stretched word, actually not enjoy, but from exam point of view, you must read, you must develop a habit of reading newspapers, or some journals. Okay, some legal journals which we should talk about later in this video. Okay, you must have a hunch for this reading part, for especially the critical reasoning part. Okay, especially for the critical reasoning part. Okay, so the requirements are not so much. The requirements, we will take that the total requirements are 0. Okay, so when we'll talk about this, we'll assume that you are not so much skilled in numbers, you are not so much skilled in calculations, and you have still not developed a habit of reading newspapers or legal journals. Okay, so what should we do? The first critical thing is to understand the syllabus, to understand the demand of the examination. Okay, so what type of questions they are going to ask and from which section, that we should first understand. Okay, now the first step will be to understand the syllabus. Now if you see the syllabus for CLAT, you will find that critical reasoning is gaining more prominence in CLAT examination over the analytical reasoning. Almost 80% of the questions from the reasoning section, almost 80% of the questions from the reasoning section are asked from critical reasoning, and over less than 20 or 25% questions have been asked from analytical reasoning section. Whereas if you focus for OLET, other law entrance test, for example, if you focus on AILET, if you focus for All India Law Entrance Test, which is a law entrance test for NLU Delhi, National Law University for Delhi, then you will find that analytical reasoning has more prominence than the critical reasoning part. Okay, here almost 40% of the questions, almost 40 to 50% of the questions are from analytical reasoning. Okay, and this number may go up to 60 to 70%, and this number may go up to 60 to 70% from the reasoning section. They are asking from the analytical reasoning part. And if you look out this examination like symbiosis law entrance test, then out of 150 questions, almost 60 questions, out of 150 questions, almost 60 questions they are asking from this part, from analytical reasoning part. Okay, from analytical reasoning part only. Okay, so that shows that if you are focusing only on CLAT, then you should practice critical reasoning part more. Critical reasoning means, we will discuss about the chapters. Critical reasoning means statement and assumption, statement and conclusion, statement and course of action, statement and logical deductions, statement premises. These type of things you have to practice, and for that you must develop reading skills. You must develop a habit to read lengthy paragraphs and to deduce meaning from it. Okay, and in analytical reasoning we will discuss that more analytical skills like quantitative aptitude skills are required. Okay, for solving seating arrangement question, for solving puzzle based question, and for solving ranking test or higher type of input output questions. Okay, so let's discuss them one by one. Now, what is analytical reasoning? Now, analytical reasoning comprises of those portions in which analytical skills are more required rather than the reading skills. For example, the chapters like seating arrangement, SITTING is actually the word for sitting, but in this reasoning part we write sitting as SEATING for sitting arrangement questions. Okay, for puzzle test, for questions of ranking and comparison, we need, this comes under analytical reasoning part. Okay, now strictly speaking we can break analytical reasoning into two parts. Okay, one is this part in which concepts as well as the problems are required. That means you must solve here lot of problems. Okay, the more and more you solve problems on analytical reasoning, the more and more you solve problems on puzzle test, seating arrangement, ranking and comparison, your analytical skills will get fine and fine. Okay, your analytical skills will get finer and finer. Okay, whereas the chapters like blood relation, the chapters like coding, decoding, and other chapters like if we say alphabet test or alphanumeric test, in these type of chapters, these are relatively easy chapters compared to this one. And to score in this part in these chapters is an easy thing compared to this one. Okay, for this you need some important concepts and you need to solve say 20 to 30 problems from each topic. Okay, that will do. But for seating arrangement and puzzle, you must solve at least 50 to 60 good puzzles and good seating arrangement to get a firm grip over this part. Okay, so if we say in a layman language, this is a hard part and this is a easy part of analytical reasoning. Okay, now some students actually ignore some basic chapters like clocks, calendars and dice. Okay, it is advisable not to ignore this portion. They are very small topics, but I have seen that many a time students have ignored these short topics, and from the examination 2 or 3 questions they could have done, but they couldn't because they didn't grasp these chapters. Okay, they just forgot in the preparation these chapters. What I will suggest, don't forget them. They are very small and very tricky chapters. Okay, and they will fetch you easy marks in the examination. Okay, now if we look about the if we look in the chapters, what are the chapters? The chapters are sitting arrangement, puzzles, database questions, caselets. Now what are caselets? These are nothing new. They are basically problems of arithmetic only. They are basically problems of arithmetic only, which are given to you in some paragraph manner or some data that will be given in the form of paragraph. Okay, they will give you a case study like type question. It may come from Venn diagram. Okay, or it may be based on percentages, or it may be based on profit and loss. Okay, these type of topics. Okay, these chapters may be based on these type of topics. Okay, and ranking test, or you can say order and ranking. You can say order and ranking. So these are the chapters which are important in analytical reasoning, and you should practice as many questions as possible before going to exam. So make it a habit from day one onwards that if you have 6 months in hand, if you have 6 months in hand, then you should spend more than 50% time, or you can say approximately 50% time in preparing these topics, in preparing these 5 topics. Okay, and rest 50% you can devote on critical reasoning and the other analytical reasoning part. Okay, now let's move to next question. Let's move to next part. These are not so hard topics from analytical reasoning, like coding, decoding, blood relation, alphabet test, direction test. Okay, input output, clocks and calendars. Okay, so these chapters are very easy to understand. Their concepts are very easy to memorize also. You can practice, you can say 20 to 30 questions from each topic, and you have a good grasp over it. Okay, and what I should suggest, you should spend not more than 20% of your total time allotted for logical reasoning in this portion. Okay, now comes critical reasoning part. Okay, so what is critical reasoning? Critical reasoning comprises of these type of chapters like statement assumption, statement conclusion, statement and course of action, statement and assertion, syllogs, very important, and paragraph based reasoning. Okay, now if you have seen paper of 2019 and 2020 past years, then what they are doing in CLAT papers is they are giving 4 to 5 lengthy paragraphs, isn't it? They are giving 4 to 5 lengthy paragraphs, particularly experts from different newspapers and from different news and legal journals, and they are basically asking that which of the following statements follow from the given paragraph and which does not. Okay, so you must have a very clear idea about statement and assumption, statement and conclusion, statement and course of action, assumption, and basically the logical premises. You must have a very clear idea about logical premises to understand these type of questions. But the first and the foremost thing that you must require is to understand the paragraph in first reading. Okay, it may take second reading, because if you are not practicing reading a single paragraph, you have to read it 2 to 3 times to understand what is there which is saying in the paragraph, and in that way you will lose time. Okay, so to score good in critical reasoning part, you must have a good vocabulary. You must have a good vocabulary, and you must develop your own reading skills. Again, see, this is not a rocket science. If you cannot read newspaper every day, it's fine. It's good if you can read it 2 or 3 times in a week. Okay, just sit with newspaper or some legal journal and read it for 1 hour. Okay, so that will develop actually the habit of reading. That will develop the habit of reading, and you will see there are more words that will come to you, that the meaning of which you do not know. Okay, and that will prepare your vocabulary part. Okay, the meaning that you don't know, underline them and try to look them, try to ask your sir, try to ask our faculties, and try to look down in a dictionary. Okay, whatever way you choose, but try to look for those words, because the legal journals and the paragraph they are asking, they usually comprises of very good amount of very good number of words, the vocabulary, the meaning of which you may not know. Okay, so to score well in critical reasoning part, you must develop these two habits. Okay, you must develop a group vocabulary, and you must develop your own reading skills. Okay, now how will you prepare? How will you prepare in exactly 6 months for CLAT and IELTS? Okay, now first you must chart out your own study plan. Okay, you must chart out your own study plan. Now see, there is no hard and fast rule that to crack CAT you must study every day 4 to 5 hours a day, or maybe 7 to 8 hours a day. This is not so. Okay, this study plan varies from person to person depending upon their daily routines. If someone has a morning school, he or she cannot devote time in morning. If someone has a noon school, then he or she cannot devote time in noon. But nevertheless, what we should do, what is more practical, is you should follow a weekly routine. You should follow, or you must follow a weekly routine. Okay, so make a timetable. Make a timetable that these are the chapters that I am going to finish by 3 months. You must cover all your chapters in 3 months, and the remaining 3 months you must leave for practice only. The remaining 3 months you must leave for practice only. Okay, so if that sums out, then that will be approximately 2 chapters in a week. That will be approximately 2 chapters in a week. Okay, so you should cover the whole syllabus in first 3 to 4 months, and then minimum 2 months you should take in your hand for only practice. Okay, for only practice. This is the first thing. This is the first thing that you must do. Second thing that you must do is make short notes. Make short notes. Okay, suppose any chapter is given, you may not require to write all down the important concepts. Just make short notes, the points which you may forget, which are today quite obvious to you, but after 1 month or 2 months you may forget, it may just slip out. Okay, so it will be a very good idea to make short notes, so that before going to exam, say 2 or 3 days before the exam, you can quickly able to revise the whole syllabus. Okay, of analytical reasoning. What are the important concepts related to the chapter? What are the important problems that also you can add? Okay, this type of problem I will do like this. Okay, so it is a very good habit if you try to make short notes. Okay, your own short notes. It will totally depend upon you how much length you are targeting. Okay, don't make it just like writing a usual note or a book. Keep it short, keep it precise. Okay, that this 10 pages I must revise at least once or twice before going to my final exam, or on the day of exam in the morning I should be able to revise these 10 pages. Okay, now third important point for preparation: read newspapers and legal journals. I've already said it is a good practice to read the business, you can say business, the Hindu or the Indian Express. If this language gets tough for you, then you must read the Economic Times. Okay, or say any paper, say Times of India. Okay, but it is better if you read Hindu or the Indian Express or the Business Hindu. Okay, and legal journals, there are a lot of journals now available online only. Okay, So you can just read them. Make a habit that on Saturday, Sundays, or say 2 or 3 days, you will set aside 2 to 3 hours only for reading journals and newspapers. Okay. Okay. Next point is to solve previous year's question paper. See, this part is crucial. Many students do not like to solve previous year's question paper, but by solving previous year's question paper, it will give you confidence that okay, this part is done, this part is I am completed, and this part I need to work more. Okay. So solving previous year's papers is an essential part for your preparation. Try to solve all the say 5 to 10 years questions which have been asked in the previous years. Okay, say it's from 2010 or 2011. And third and the last important thing, attempt regularly the mock tests. Okay, some students make it a habit that okay, when my syllabus is completed, then I will attempt the mock test. It is more or less correct, not bad, but see, the mock tests are actually designed so that you must not feel nervous in your main examination. Okay, so it becomes imperative that you should start practicing mock test at least 2 months before your exam. At least 2 months before your exam, and you can say you can practice say 2 mock test papers every week. 2 mock test papers every week. Okay, every week. Okay, that will boost your confidence also, and you will be able to judge that how much you are prepared for the final exam. Okay, so these are our important topics, these are our important points which you should keep in mind before preparing for logical reasoning section. We have discussed the whole syllabus, we have discussed that what you should do, what should be the weightage. If you are preparing for CLAT only, that okay, I am going only CLAT, I did not or I don't want to give other law entrance test, then fine, you must focus on critical reasoning part from day one because that is what they are asking more. But if you are preparing a whole integrated manner so that you must take advantage of your time, then you must prepare for analytical reasoning as well as for critical reasoning equally. Okay, so this much for today's class. Thank you again. And in the last, I will again like to stress that our admissions are being going on for a 1 year or 2 year course. You can call us on 9971444054. Okay, this is Ratnakar sir from team Manula classes. Thank you so much.